All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, near some sort of international headquarters in the entertainment capital of the world, welcome to week 71 of This Week in Nerd Stuff with your boy, me, that cool guy, JT Lyttle. Oh my goodness, thank you. I don't really have time for all that today. We got a lot to get into, so I'm going to keep this introduction short. Y'all know what y'all got to do. Please check out the IG and the TikToks. This Week Nerd Stuff. You'll see all the highlights. IG, you'll see all the daily openings. TikTok, nice, simple. Do remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Helps me out a lot. Makes me feel like I know what I am doing in this YouTube pyramid scheme. And of course, looky here, looky, little Oakland Athletics stomper action for y'all. And now that we finally got all that out the way, little Yu-Gi-Oh t-shirt right here. So I think we know what we're going to do this week. So let's get back into the studio and unbox some things. Whee! All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Once again, we are back in the studio. And as you can clearly see, we got some Yu-Gi-Oh shenanigans going on this week. And I gotta appreciate our lovely Karibo playmat right here, Dark Magician variant. And I'm showing you this because as much as I appreciate this playmat, this is not the one that we're going to be using today, because I got us a brand new playmat right here. Boom! Look at that. Nice. Look at this brand new playmat. Oh my gosh, smooth, so smooth. Let me get myself settled down here and boof. Excellent. So y'all probably thinking, well, who are these characters? Well, look at this. Got us a brand new Albaz and Ecclestia and Tri-Brigade game mat right here. And I think it's very appropriate that I show this bad boy off, because what we got this week is the long delayed, on this channel at least, debut of the Structure Deck Albaz Strike. Nice. Now, this is going to be very interesting for all of us involved here, because I am really not too familiar with this archetype. So we're going to learn it together. All right. And also, for any good pulls, we got sleeves. We got sleeves as well. And I want to shout out Game Nerds, because they are the people that were able to get this structure deck over to me. Go and check out their website. I will leave a link in the description. So here we go. It has been quite a while since we have done a Yu-Gi-Oh structure deck opening. I think the only time that we did it was for the Egyptian God decks some many episodes ago. All right, so look at this. First thing that we got here is the the playmat plus rule guide here. Ooh, look at this. That's nice. That is nice. Hold up here. All right, wait a second. There we go. Structure deck Albaz Strike right here. Look at that. And I assume that these are going to be our two boss monsters, which we are going to run through momentarily. And on the backhand side, we have, oh, look at this. They give you the whole art story here. Look at this. That's tight. That is tight. It's kind of something that I don't know if y'all been playing it, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel kind of does for some of their some of the cards that they got going on there. And then of course you have all the extra stuff here, different ways that you can play this out. Actually, I'm gonna leave this up here for right now. Because I think that might come in handy in a bit. What do y'all think? I think it might come in handy for a bit. Ooh, look at this shine right here. Okay, so what I know of this is, I don't know if this has been a very competitive like structure deck. I don't know if like you could just buy 3 of these and like win a championship or something along those lines. But I think what I do know about this is that there are some very good reprints in here. So if for nothing else, we're gonna take a quick little gander at those. All right, so this is gonna be fun. All right, here we go. Ooh, condition on these things is not so good. All right, but that's all right, we'll make it work. So we got us a Tri-Brigade, I think that's Mercurier right here. Wing Beast level 4. Let's see, when your opponent activates a monster effect while you control a fusion monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz as material. Quick effect, you can send this card from your hand or face a field to the graveyard and negate that effect. I like that. That is very good. Now, if this card is banished, you can add from your deck to your hand one Fallen of Albaz or one monster that mentions it, except Tri-Brigade Mercurier. You can only use each effect of Tri-Brigade Mercurier once per turn. Alright, so hard once effect right there. I feel like this is a staple 3 of if you're going to be working around with this deck. Alright. So then we got a Springen's Kit, also level 4. This is merely a beast. If you fusion summon a monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz as material on your field or in your graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. Alright, good, good, good. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add one, you can add to your hand one of your branded spells / traps that is banished or in your deck or graveyard, and place one card from your hand onto the bottom of your deck. Cool, 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 cool. I think that's cool. I think that's cool. Alright, and then we have ourselves the Golden Soul Sword. Level 4, a spellcaster and a tuner. How about that one? When a monster declares an attack, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do negate that attack, then if you control a fusion monster that mentions Fall of the Albaz as material, you can destroy the monster that declared the attack. Fascinating. Fascinating. There's also a second effect here. If a monster is banished face up except during the damage step, you can banish this card from your field or graveyard, special summon one light spellcaster monster from your hand or graveyard whose attack equals its own defense. You can only use this effect of the Golden Soul Sword once per turn. Alright, so I'm sensing a theme here. So I think at some point we're going to run into the monster that we're going to need to make this deck function. So we have our first ultra rare fusion monster. This is one of the boss monsters that was featured on the playmat in the structure deck. Mirror Jade, the Ice Blade Dragon. It is a worm fusion effect monster. Looks like it's level 8. You need a Fallen of Albaz plus 1 fusion, synchro, exceed, or link monster. Interesting. Very interesting. So what do we got here? You can only control one Mirror Jade, the Ice Blade Dragon, once per turn. This is a quick effect. You can send one fusion monster from your extra deck to the graveyard that mentions Fallen of Albaz and send as material, banish one monster on the field. Also, this card cannot use this effect next turn. If this fusion summon card is in its owner's control, leaves the field because of an opponent's card, you can destroy all monsters your opponent controls during the end phase of this turn. Doesn't target. Like that. Targeting, depending on their playstyle, could either be good or bad. I like that card. That's a nice card. And here we have the other boss fusion monster, level 8, Lubellin, the Syrian Dragon right here. Dragon fusion effect, 1 dark monster plus Fallen of Albaz. I hope we know who the star of this show is. You know what? Hold on. Let me see here a second here. This is it. Let's talk about this card right here for one moment. One moment here. Hold up. So this whole deck revolves around this card right here. Fallen of Albaz. What does this do? Level 4 dragon effect. If this card is normal or special summon except during the damage step, you can discard 1 card. Fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters on either field as fusion material, including this card. But you cannot use other monsters you control as fusion material. You can only use this effect of Fallen of Albaz once per turn. I understand so much now about this. Okay, so basically you want to use your opponent's monsters to fuse into whatever you want. Got it. Okay. Now that that has been understood here, what do we got here with Lubellin the Syrian Dragon? What do you do? Alright, so yeah, if this card is fusion summon, you can discard 1 card, fusion summon 1 level 8 or lower fusion monster from your extra deck except Lubellin the Syrian Dragon. Shuffling fusion materials mentioned on it into the deck from your monsters on the field. graveyard and or face-up banished cards. For the rest of this turn, this card cannot attack. Also, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except fusion monsters. You can only use this effect of Libellin, the Searing Dragon, once per turn. How good is that? Is that good? I don't know. I'm not quite sure yet. I will bring myself back to working on that. And of course, oh yes, of course, the ever popular in archetype fusion card, Branded Fusion. Fusion summon one fusion monster that mentions Fallen of Albaz as material from your extra deck using 2 monsters from your hand, deck, or field as fusion material. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except fusion monsters. The turn you activate this card, you can only activate 1 branded fusion per turn. Alright, so throw in this, couple of polymerizations, you're good to go. Good to go. And then what I believe is our final holo is Branded Sword. Banish any number of branded spell traps from your graveyard. Special summon that many Ice Blade tokens, Dragon, Dark, level 8, 2500 attack, 2500 defense. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target one of your banished monsters that is Fallen of Albaz or mentions it. Add that monster to your hand. You can only use 1 Branded Sword effect per turn and only once that turn. Alright. Interesting. Oh, I lied. There is one more holo. Whew. There's a whole lot going on here. Branded Retribution, a counter trap card. I love those. When a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated that includes an effect that special summons a monster. So basically it's Solemn. Oh god, which one is it? The one that costs 2,000 life points. Whatever that one is. Return to the extra deck 1 face-up fusion monster you control or 2 fusion monsters in your graveyard that mention Fallen of Albaz as material, and if you do, negate the activation, and if you do that, destroy that card. You can banish this card from your graveyard and target 1 branded spell trap card in your graveyard except Branded Retribution. Add it to your hand. You can only use 1 Branded Retribution effect per turn and only once that turn. Alright, so we got a lot of hard ones per turns with this archetype, but hey, I like that effect. I'm always a big fan of negating stuff. Alright, so now we got ourselves what appears to be the reprints. Maybe there are a couple of new commons in here. I'm not going to go through like all of these effects, but so you can always just read these out here. So we got Albion, the Shrouded Dragon. Then we got us a Dog Makita, Fer-de-Lys, the Knighted. Good lord, Yu-Gi-Oh! These names. Okay, now this is definitely a reprint. Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Thank the Lord, a card that I actually know. Alright, Thunder King, the Lightning Strike Kaiju, because a deck is whatever it is without kaijus. Chaos Dragon Levineer, Duel Links players rejoice. You see the card in real life. Alright, now we got us a Radiant, the multi-dimensional kaiju. 2 kaijus in this deck? Intriguing. Artifact Scythe, no need to talk much about that. White Dragon Veer Buster, Black Dragon Coal Serpent, a Starliege Sheriff Rent. I've seen this card quite a bit in Master Duels actually. Keeper of Dragon Magic, Summoner Monk, classic staple there. Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, trap cards, hand trap city right now. Effect Veiler, doesn't get any more classic than that. Omni Dragon Brotor. Then we got us a Branded Lost. This must be new. The activation of your cards and effects that include an effect that fusion summons a fusion monster cannot be negated. Also, your opponent cannot activate cards or effect when a monster is fusion summoned this way. Nice. If you fusion summon a fusion monster, you can add 1 Fallen Albaz or 1 monster that mentions it from your deck to your hand. You can only use this effect of Branded Lost once per turn. So as evidently Fallen of Albaz is the star of this show right here, so make sure, this feels like a 3-of to me. Branded in white, not sure if this is a reprint or not, but it's I think this is something that has been shown off in some card before. And then we got us a Branded Bond, Fusion Gate, we got us a Fusion Recycling Plant, Fusion Substitute, Gold Sarcophagus, Pot of Extravagance. Woo! I need this for my Counter Fairy deck. Excellent. Call by the Grave. Awesome reprint here. Dark Ruler No More. Boy, I'm telling you, if nothing else, you buy this structure deck for these reprints. These are outstanding. Screams of the Branded. If a fusion monster was sent to your graveyard this turn, special summon one of your fusion monsters that is banished or in your graveyard during the end phase. If this card is in your graveyard because it was sent there to activate the effect of Fallen Albaz this turn, you can set this card. You can only use this effect of Screams of the Banished once per turn. Alright, remember that, only once per turn. And you got yourself a Judgment of the Branded, a Necro Fusion, back to the front. Warning point. Well, I forget what this one does. When a monster is summoned this turn, that face-up monsters cannot attack. Its effects are negated. Also cannot be used for material for a fusion, synchro, Xyz, or link summon. You know what? I actually have the secret rare version of this. It took me a minute to remember. I completely forgot all about that card. There can be only one. Floodgate City right here. Dimensional Barrier. Ooh, this card was expensive many years ago. Waking the Dragon. If this set card in its owner's control has left the field because of an opponent's effect and is now in the graveyard or banished, you can special summon one monster from your deck or extra deck. Love that. And then we got us the Tykenland, the Ash Dragon. Ooh, boy. Then we got us a Bringrand, the Glory Dragon, another fusion monster for Fallen of Albaz. And then we got us a Spinrand, the Iron Dash Dragon for Fallen of Albaz. Then we got us an Albion, the Branded Dragon, of course, that uses the Fallen of Albaz. And then, of course, we got us our little token cards here. I love these. I think whenever they do these in structure decks, they should always be foil. They should always be foil. So we got 1, 2 tokens, 3 tokens, 4 tokens, and then our 5th and final token. And that, ladies and gentlemen, wraps up every card in this structure deck. So, what are my thoughts? I think it's good. I think this is I don't know if it's meta defining, but I can definitely see you having a lot of fun with this deck. Basically, everything revolves around this card right here, Fallen of Albaz. I am actually a little surprised that it didn't get a super treatment in this structure deck, but hey, you know, having it in common form is pretty nice. I love the fact that you get a whole bunch of staple reprints for this deck. This is absolutely amazing value right here. This Branded Fusion card is actually pretty dope. I like this card a lot. I think it's going to be very essential. I think it's a 3-of. For this deck. This is probably the fusion monster that you want to go into. Mirrored Jade, the Ice Blade Dragon. I think its effect is pretty cool. Always negating stuff. And I'm a big fan of counter traps. So, Branded Retribution. Probably you play 2 of this. It's basically, oh my god, what? Solemn Warning. That's it. It's Solemn Warning for this archetype. There you go. There you go. And of course, you definitely want to run 3 of this. This is Tri-Brigade Mercurier. Yeah, this is definitely a 3-of. Little surprise about the foiling here, but that's all right. That's all right. Not a bad structure deck, I'd say. Not a bad structure deck at all. Like, please, in the comments, let me know below what you think of this structure deck. Like, have you played this yet? Have you won with it? Like, what does this structure deck, did it need something more, less? Talk to me. Let me know, because I kind of want to try this out, actually. I do really want to try this structure deck out. Alright, so yeah, that takes care of our, that takes care of our Yu-Gi-Oh! Structure deck Albaz Strike right here. Next week, ladies and gentlemen, we go back into Hatland. Where we go? Not sure yet. We'll find out. I appreciate you all for tuning in this week. Please, by all means, continue to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. For daily pack openings, please head to my TikTok, This Week Nerd Stuff. Go, please. It needs a lot more views. And to be fair, I need to give a lot more content. So, don't you worry about that. I got packs for days. And alright, until next week, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. And please cue that applause.